prizes are out of this world. We make sure you're right on top of the best in music and movies, but don't take my word for it. Krista, back me up on this.
He's right on target. We preview some of the hottest games around here on VNA. You'll learn how to play them. And if you're lucky, you just might win one by watching.
It's so simple. There's so many chances to win on Video and Arcade Top 10. It's unbelievable. You can write in as a home player or use your smarts and answer a trivia question. The choice is yours.
And we're not just talking games. We've got CDs, video rentals, even high-tech equipment waiting to be won by you. Whether you're writing in to answer a question or you just feel like saying hi, it all comes to the same place. We'll give you our address several times during the show, so go ahead and drop us a line anytime.
Now that you're psyched to win, we're going to show you how to play. Here's the rest of the crew to run it down for you.
I'm taking you into outer space for 3D action with Red Alarm, and then I'll give you a sneak peek at Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy's Kong Quest. In music, I got a great tune from Britain's Lippy Lou. Then we'll hear about a heartwarming new video release called The Little Princess.
This time we'll be hanging out in the eerie underworld with ghosts and demons in Castlevania Dracula X from Konami Software. Then we'll head to Hollywood for some goofy antics in the Animaniacs. Let's check out the first hot game of the day.
Get ready for Monster Madness in Dracula's House of Horrors. We're playing Castlevania Dracula X. Prepare to meet the legend of evil in his haunted castle. Krista, let's meet our 4 wicked warriors.
First up is Adnan. You'll be heading to the mission with James Colonel of Portic Murray. Player number 2 is Reggie. You're powering up for Chris Turpon of Victoria. Here's player number 3, Patrick. You'll be fighting evil for Tim McDonald of Bradford. And player number 4 is Chris. The final home player in this round is Danielle Booth of Lucia.
All right, you're on to now the evil count who's locked up 2 helpless victims in his pit of doom. Your weapon's a sacred whip, and you'll use it to crush the ghouls in your very own way. Since you don't want to miss out on the prizes, we'll let you win. We paired up each of our gamers with a person from our live studio audience. If the studio player comes out on top, then put the home player plus the studio partner. Win a copy of the game, Castlevania Dracula X. All righty, gamers, pick up your fangs and start playing. Krista, what are they fighting for?
Dress for success. Our 3rd and 4th place gamers receive VNA t-shirts exclusively from Backstage Pass. Music to your ears. Our runner-up receives a double pack of CDs from Last Tango Productions. Heads up, our winner, their home player, and their studio partner pick up their very own copies of Castlevania Dracula X. Time to sit back and relax. Our winner will never be late again, as he or she is walking out of here with a Timex digital noise watch with Indiglo Nightlight as a bonus prize. And if you want to win, you've got to play the game, so dust off your weapons. The enemy is waiting.
Hope you're up for a challenge, because this one's going to be big. You're up against the oldest and deadliest of villains in his own haunted castle.
You're surrounded by gangs of dirty demons, the living dead, trying to bring you over to their side.
Now it's up to you to whip these little puppies into shape. If you do, their death will give you extra power.
If you make it through the last area of the castle, you'll come up against the ultimate enemy. We'll tell you how to get there.
Now, to get the best playing action, get to know your controls. You won't believe what they can really do.
Use your control pad to run, duck, or climb those super staircases. But wait, there's more. Tell them about it, Nick.
Use the B button alongside with the arrows to take advantage of what controls can do. If you press the B button while you're moving your arrows up and to the right, you can jump right up those stairs. That'll catch your old enemies by surprise.
It sure will, Nicholas. While the B button will send you flying, the Y button will whip your enemies into gear. It'll also make you super powerful.
And if you spot a flashing heart number in the right-hand corner of your screen, you can use the X button. It's called Item Crash, and it'll get you all your secret weapon items you can find.
Items are the special bonuses you can get when you blow out a candle or snuff out one of your enemies. To use them, you need to rack up enough hearts.
Now, you can keep getting new weapons even when you're still using other ones. You can sub in new weapon items for ones that you're using at the same time.
You'd better keep out of real trouble, though. Be prepared to wave goodbye to those weapon items when you lose a life.
Try to get as many items as you can, and you can catch. Each one has its own potent powers. You'll find food hidden inside the castle, too. That'll restore some life to your system.
The pendant item will destroy your enemies as soon as it appears. That's one pendant you won't want to take off.
Now, to use the weapon items, press Y plus the arrow pointing up. You could get a dagger, an axe, a boomerang, even a jar of holy water to keep your opponents at safe distance.
Keep collecting those hearts and don't get caught by the boss. Then you'd be close to fighting Drac in no time. Let's give our warriors a little breather while Mike checks in with this week's tip.
Today I got the scoop on one of the incredible new games for the awesome Virtual Boy system. It's Red Alarm, the out-of-sight outer space adventure that puts you right in the cockpit. You're the pilot of a tech wing fighter, and your mission is to destroy the Chaos Automatic battle system. The Nintendo game van has been cruising around showing off Red Alarm and the Virtual Boy system. Everyone who tried it went right into orbit. Your goal is simple: destroy all the enemies and obstacles generated by Chaos as they fly freely in virtual 3D space. Then destroy the central neural net that makes Chaos tick and terminate the menace once and for all. The tech wing fighter is the last hope of humankind, so be careful. Here are the tips you need to beat Red Alarm. Master your evasive maneuvers. It's the best way to avoid enemy fire. Make sure you grab all the power-up items you come across. You'll need the juice. You can control the speed of your fighter, but keep the speed down unless you're trying to zip out of a situation. Otherwise, you'll crash into barriers and enemy fire. Good luck, gamers. I hope you're up to the Red Alarm Challenge. Now let's head back over to the spookiness with Chris and Nick and more Drac action.
Get set for more spine-tingling action with Castlevania Dracula X from Konami.
Now that you've got your things mastered, you got your whip-cracking action and the item attack, it's time to get serious. You're up against the toughest terror of all time, the darkest devil of all, Dracula.
You got it, Nicholas. This sly guy is super cruel, but don't let him fool you because he can also be super charming. He's lured 2 victims into his castle, and next he's after you.
Now you're running the show for Richter Belmont, a descendant of the legendary hero Simon, who closed the Count's coffin for good centuries ago. But, oh, he fooled us. The coffin's since been opened, and Drac's on the prowl for new blood.
Drac's taking his revenge on Simon by preying on his friends. He's lost Richter's girlfriend, Annette, and her sister, Maria, somewhere in the dark and gloomy castle.
Yeah, it's up to you to get the plan to rescue them. If you can get Dracula back in his tomb for good, his gang of undead followers will go back where they came from. But until then, you've got 7 stages to tap into. And
some heavy opposition is your way. Watch out for the gargoyle. His wings can take him places that you can't go. And the stinger on the end of his tail will cause quite a setback.
The Minotaur's got a blade of steel and horns like a bull that can tear right through you. If you get to him first, give him the crack of your whip.
And that's not all you're in for. There's a werewolf out there just waiting to sink his teeth into you. And don't forget the giant skeleton. He may look dead, but don't let that fool you.
This gang of demons is ready to put you out of commission, but you know how to toast them. Just keep an eye on that Y button and whip them into shape.
Your rescue mission will take you through the castle doors, into the Great Hall, down to the creepy dungeon, and out to the courtyard, up the clock tower, and through the fiery inferno.
Annette and Maria will be hidden in one of these stages. You never know where they're going to be. One thing you do know for sure is that 4 deadly demons could be headed at your way anytime.
The last stage will bring you face-to-face with Dracula himself. Watch out, this is the ultimate challenge.
Now, if you don't kill Drac, you can get back your pals, and the King of Creeps will remain unconquered.
But now it's time for Brave Sir Mike in this week's Pioneer Top 5.
They are the top of technology, and we're bringing them to you. The Pioneer Top 5 this week looks like this. In 5th place, Circle of Friends. Number 4 is Dirty Dancing Remastered. Coming in 3rd, Stuart Saves His Family. At number 2, Tommy Boy. And at number 1, once again, Top Gun Widescreen Remastered. You're in line to rack up a couple of Pioneer Laserdiscs if you send in the correct answer to this question. Name one of the stars of the new hit, Tommy Boy. Get your answers in now. Faustus Montero of Laval wins a pair of Laserdiscs for knowing that Tom Cruise played Maverick in Top Gun. So which one of our players do you think makes the best Castle Master? If you want to find out, you'll have to stay tuned. ABC ya!
Krista, who's our number 1 hero?
You all played like champs, but only one player can come out on top, and that's player number 4, Chris, and their in-studio buddy, Alan. You, your home player, and your studio partner are all taking home and cracking your own very whips with the Castlevania Dracula X. Now, what are you hanging around here for? Let's head over to the top 10 bonus wall to try to win even more fantastic prizing.
All right, we're down here at the prize can. The ball's inside of your key to the bonus prize. The number on the ball corresponds to a prize on the wall. Chris, you are the man. Put on the blindfold. You get the red bonus ball. Anything you want is yours. The bonus ball is in. Go for it. He's got number 9. Krista, tell him what he's won.
You've won a 3D puzzle from Revit.
Nice going, but congratulations. He means it is round 1 winner. Good show.
And a big thank you to all of our players for coming out and playing the game. I bet the undead are really frightened of you. Now it's time to check in with Mike and a brand new game in this week's update.
If you like Donkey Kong Country, then look out. Here comes Donkey Kong Country 2, Diddy Kong's Quest. The incredible fully rendered graphics and amazing action of the original are back, but now you got whole new worlds to explore and enemies to conquer. This time it's Diddy Kong's chance to be the star. Donkey Kong has been kidnapped by King K. Rool and the Kremlins. It's up to Diddy to save him, but he's getting help from the one and only Dixie Kong. Just like the original game, you'll be able to grab all the bananas you can find. The bananas will lead you in the right direction too if you get lost. Keep an eye out for animal crates so you can set your animal pals free. Rambi the Rhino and Squawks the Parrot are back, and there are some new ones too. Anguardi the Swordfish will help you out in the water. Rattly the Rattlesnake is a super springy jumper. Squitter the Spider shoots webs. Glinger the Anglerfish will light up dark underwater caverns. And Clapper the Seal has the special power to change boiling hot water back to room temperature. Hey, that could come in handy. There are all kinds of bonus points, extra light balloons, treasure chests, special barrels, and Kong letters scattered throughout the levels. Some other things to watch out for are empty crates and cannonballs. They make great weapons when you pick them up and throw them. You'll be traveling Crocodile Isle, and you'll go through Gangplank Galley, Crazy Kremlings, Gloomy Gulch, and many more eye-popping scenes. You'll be going ape right along with Diddy and Dixie. Hold on, Donkey Kong, we're on our way. It looks like our next contestants are in position and ready to go, so let's over to new game action.
Get ready to meet those wacky Wild Warner kids in Animaniacs. You'll be let loose in the Warner Brothers studios with the Acto, Wacko, and Dot as they search for pieces of missing movie script. A script that's so good it could win serious awards. Crystal, let's meet our 4 mischief makers now.
First up is Ryan, getting ready to run as Maurice Cook of New Victoria. Next we meet Paul, your home player is Jennifer Howe of Rockmoscow. This is Anil, you're teaming up with Marcel Brake of Penticton. And finally, here's Rafik, you're going the distance for Nathan King of Calgary.
The winner will be the person who finds the most scenes from the script. If we've got a tie, then we'll go by points. All of today's contestants were hooked up with a member of the studio audience. If the studio player wins, then both the studio partner and the home player pick a copy of Animaniacs. Guys, get ready, turn around, pick up your controllers, and go for it. Krista, what's up for grabs?
The uniform of champs. Our 3rd and 4th place players win V&A from Backstage Pass. Runners-up are going to be dancing to the music with a double pack of CDs from Last Tango Productions. Lights, camera, action. Our winner, their home player, and their studio partner will be directing their own feature film with their very own copies of Animaniacs. Our winner will never be late again because they'll be receiving a digital noise watch with an Indiglo lighting as a bonus prize from Timex. If you want to win, you got to play. Over to game action.
Hey, you ever been in a real movie studio? Well, our players are going to be able to trek across 7 different studio stages. Each one of us is set up for a different movie.
You'll find yourselves right in the middle of some of the coolest movie sets.
There's the action-adventure stage. You got your water scene, your science fiction studio, the fun, fussy film stage, and you'll take a tour through the editing room.
But you'll have to outrun Big Ralph. He's a security guard that's always trying to capture the Animaniacs.
Hate the Ralph. If Ralph gets you, you automatically find yourself in a close-up version of the Warner Brothers studio. To make your escape, you'll have to return and outrun Ralph. If you do, you'll get back to the wider view of the studio.
To get into a soundstage, press the A button when you enter the stage and when it comes on the screen.
Now, if one of the other players have been caught by Ralph, you'll have to have a chance to save them. What you got to do is enter the water tower. It's in the Warner Brothers studio screen. If you can climb all the way to the top of the tower, you can free everyone who's captured.